It was a series of events that was months in the making, spanning across multiple cities all over the United Kingdom. From Reading to London, Coventry to Leeds, and even little-known communities like Gatwick, no expense was spared. The goal? Educating the UK diaspora on sound and profitable investment opportunities available to them back home through Centum Real Estate.
We want to show people in UK the opportunities available in real estate back at home, and specifically the opportunities available at Two Rivers, in our affordable housing in Kasarani, 265 Elma 1, in our Vipingo development in Coast, Kilifi, and in Uganda, Palmarina and Tebe.
Yes, for 3 weeks, Centum Re was on a deeply engaging meet and greet mission dubbed Real Talk.
We have a very good relationship with Centum.
Chamsmedia was also present as their media partner. We documented every bit of the engagements.
Diaspora is one of our key markets and one of our strategic markets that we are looking at, where we have quite a number of our customers from diaspora, and our business is customer driven. We go to where the customer is. So we want to meet our customers in diaspora and share with them the opportunities that are there back home and the competitive advantages that they have to invest back home.
According to the Central Bank of Kenya, Kenyans in the diaspora sent home about $4 billion in remittances last year, with the United Kingdom ranking among the top of countries that remit the most. Officially, the United Kingdom has over 150,000 Kenyans, making it quite a valuable market for Kenyan companies. Emerging trends indicate that more and more Kenyans in the diaspora are branching off from traditional investment routes and are now diversifying their portfolios, utilizing more organized investment vehicles and venturing into different sectors like real estate.
We have a sizable population of people from diaspora who have invested with Centum Real Estate, and UK is leading in that number. That's why UK market is a key priority for us as a developer.
The market back home is supported by solid fundamentals. There is a huge market gap and a huge market need for affordable housing and housing in every spectrum. There is huge demand for rental market, that's one. Two, the currency is in their favor. If I look 1 year back, the pound was exchanging at 142. Today is exchanging at 183, a possible 40% discount. So this is the best time for you to invest back home. For diaspora residents who may never come back to Kenya, but often come to Kenya as a holiday destination or Uganda, we can offer them a holiday destination in Vipingo, in Nairobi and in Kampala. And that makes sense for you to be there for a period of time, and while you are away, your unit gets some rental income.
Now, this is not the first time that Centum Re has been to the United Kingdom. The real estate titan continually makes a point to foster relations with Kenyans living here. One such person is Reading-based Joseph Bonaya Pakia, a sexual health advisor working for the National Health Service. Bonaya has been living in the United Kingdom for about 20 years now.
Some of my uncles studied in Europe. One of them specifically, who is more or less like my role model, came to the UK, studied in Birmingham, and then from there went back to Kenya, worked and rose up the ranks, and at some point he was blessed enough to be the permanent secretary of health the time I was coming to the UK. So for me, him being as a role model, I felt I also want to do what he more or less did. So my first thought was also to go to America. But obviously I made my applications to the universities and wherever. The school fees was very expensive. In the long run, there was someone who was already in the UK who was working as a nurse. And she told me, have you ever thought of Britain? That's my current sister-in-law. Have you thought of Britain? And I'm like, no, I haven't thought about it. And then she said, oh, you can actually come and join me here. And that's how she gave me the application processes and whatever, and then I applied. I've worked in old homes whereby all you do really is taking care of their personal care, kuwasafisha, kuwaogesha, assisting them with meals, assisting them with medications, and that's basically what I was doing at that particular time. But sweeping I also did a little bit.
Over time, The Kenya Medical Training College alumnus was able to finish his adaptation to nursing course and entered the job market. He eventually married his campus sweetheart and started a family, but the son of Tana River was not done. In 2010, he decided to further his studies and enrolled for a master's program at Oxford Brookes University. This is what landed him in his current position, but even with all this success, Kenya was always on his mind.
Home is always home. Wherever you go, home is home. I was not planning to stay here for a long time. My thought was 2 years, 3 years, and then for some reason, God made it possible for me to be able to stay longer, but my heart is still at home.
It is this longing that steered Bonaya into investing in Kenya. Sadly, he burned himself trying to, a tale that is all too familiar for Kenyans abroad.
So the first thing, you start depending on either brothers, sisters, relatives, and at the same time, sometimes you get people who a company that they say they'll sell land for you, and then unfortunately 1 year down the line you actually find that land either is non-existent, or secondly you may find somebody has actually built. Like in my case, someone had built in the land that I'd actually bought at a place where I felt that I wanted to build a retirement home. So I came back quite deflated. I was asking myself, what do I do? And sometimes you may even feel like giving up and saying, oh, you know what, forget about Kenya.
This is where Centum Real Estate came into the picture. While surfing the internet, Bonaya stumbled upon an advertisement by Centum Re, and without wasting time, he reached out, did his due diligence, and began investing.
And I do not regret, because they always kept us in contact. Every month, I remember they were bringing a newsletter, giving us the progress, and by the time we got the end product, I was pleased with it. And going forward, I've continued investing with them in other areas within that development, and I look forward to possibly doing that for projects in Nairobi, and I also know that they've got the projects in Uganda, Kampala.
Our market is a global market. Anyone in the world can invest in any part of the world. Capital chases the best opportunities, and we believe we can channel that capital to Centum Real Estate and give a decent return.
The pound is very strong, and it tells you that the purchasing power for diaspora in UK, when they are investing back home, they have an advantage over any other diaspora country.
But it was not all about the basket of goodies from Centum Re. The sessions also provided a platform for the UK diaspora to share the issues they faced while investing in Kenya and seek clarification on other pertinent issues.
One of the key challenges that people in diaspora experience is the track record. They don't want to invest and then they are not assured that they are getting value for their money. We are also addressing the issue of property management. Who takes care of that property once they buy? So at Centum Real Estate, we are giving people products that are ready. And for property management, we at Centum Real Estate, we offer that service. So what it entails is we look for a tenant for you, we maintain that house, we attend to the repairs and maintenance, and we collect the rent on your behalf and remit it to your account. So even when you're in diaspora, you can be assured that your property will be taken good care of and you can enjoy your return. And when you come back home, you can stay in one of these mixed-use development that you're doing.
We've looked at the investment cycle for a diaspora customer. We've resolved financing issues. We've partnered with banks, circles, so they can get their financing. We've looked at the remittance, the most cost-effective way of doing it, and we've adjusted to the currency that they would like the funds remitted in, and we've worked with their timelines. So we are responding to the customer need as they like, and we are providing the amenities, the infrastructure, and the quality of life that is greater than what is here today, with a lot of greenery and stable weather.
It is this personalized touch that made Kenyans in the UK, like Bonaya, not think twice of investing through Centum Re.
I heard about Centum 3 years ago, and I tried to do some research about them. When I went to Kenya, I went to Two Rivers and invested in them, in their Cascadia project. So far, so good. I've had a good positive experience. They listen to you, they hear you. Sometimes finances are a challenge, but I speak to them and tell them I'll put more money the following month, and they're quite understanding and they don't have any pressure.
I have been discussing with a few of my friends that, you know what, we need to start investing back home. So I just thought, let me come, let me find out more information. And you know what, it's also good to know if they have offers, especially if it's in person. So yeah, that's why I decided to come through. The main thing that definitely I took away were the financial, like the payment options. That I didn't know there were that many. Because the typical option you'd think of is, okay, I need to pay in cash, I need to pay mortgage, but I got to learn about different payment plans that, yeah, they sound quite affordable, they sound doable and practical.
According to Centum Real, the Real Talk tour was but a taste of what they have in store for the diaspora. And with the continued support of their abroad-based partners, the diaspora has a lot to look forward to.
So that means if any company is able to actually venture to come directly to the source and speak to the source, understand the source, know their problems, know exactly what they want, speak to them and hear how they can change or how they can diversify their products or make them better, why not?
We are creating social cities. If you're in the middle class, you can still get something and own a home. And if you are in the high-end category, you can still have a home within our developments. We have competitive pricing ranging from 1.98 million all the way to 45 million Kenya shillings. So in that entire spectrum, we have varieties that our investors can choose from.
It's been an impactful interaction. It's been an enriching experience. And we look forward to expanding this to cover the entire of Europe and other continents.